Hello and welcome to this Warhammer 40k battle report. I was going to say kill team battle report.
No, it's a little bit bigger than kill team.
That's a bit bigger. We're going to play a 1000-point game on this board. And we already decided that we're going to use the search and destroy deployment. It's with a circle in the middle and the two armies deployed in the opposing table squares. And we will be playing the Decapitation Strike mission from Chapter Approved 2018. The mission evolves around tactical objectives. We draw 3 each turn up to a maximum of 6. 6 tactical objectives have been taken out of each of our decks. It has the high value targets rule, which means that every time a character is slain, one active tactical objective is discarded. If the warlord is slain, is D3. No sudden death. The battle lasts for 5 turns with random game length, and the victory condition is just the person who scored most victory points. And there is Slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Linebreaker active in this game. We will be playing Tyranids versus Necrons, and we'll be over to the army overview, and then we'll also tell which tactical objectives we took out our decks. So first off, we have the Tyranids right here. Igor will be playing them. He has a battalion attachment, which consists of a Tyranid Prime and a Neurotrope. I assume your Neurotrope is your warlord?
Sure.
Yes. What did you give him?
The Noctis Crown?
Oh, okay, yeah, the extended synapse.
Yep.
And you gave him the High Fleet Leviathan Warlord trait with the reroll.
Yes.
Once per battle round. Okay. Then in that same battalion detachment, there's 10 term against, 5 Ripper Swarms, 30 term against, 30 Hormagons, 3 Raveners, and the Biovore. The Swarm Mines are for the Biovore, so it's not a Swarm Mine cluster. Then there's a Vanguard detachment, the elite one, where the other Neurotropes in, with a Lictor, 3 Venom Tropes, and 3 Zoantropes. So psychic powers, both Neurotropes know Smite, and the Warlord, the front one, knows Catalyst. The back one also Smite and Psychic Scream, and the Zoantropes, they know Smite and Onslaught. That's that.
Yep.
So which cards did you take out of your tactical objective deck?
I took out Scour the Skies,
Yeah,
Witch Hunter,
yeah,
Big Game Hunter,
yeah,
Terrify,
yes,
Psychological Warfare,
yes.
and what's the other one? Oh, Domination.
Domination, yes. Okay, cool. Then the Necrons, they also come in a battalion detachment. The Overlord's the Warlord, he has a Void Sight, and he has the Sotek Dynasty Warlord trait, which gives 1 reroll over the game. And he gets to roll to see if he gets command points back. Then we have the Cryptek with Canoptic Cloak. I believe it's the Chronometron, at least the one with the +1 to resurrection rolls. And he has the Veil of Darkness. For troop choices we have 10 Warriors, 10 Gauss Immortals, 10 Tesla Immortals, and then there's 4 Scarab Swarms, 5 Late Ones, 5 Death Marks, and 3 Raids with Pip Coils. For the cards that the Necrons took out of their deck is Priority Orders Received, Domination, Age of the Machine, Mission Critical Objective, Area Denial, and Master the Warp. So we randomly determined the deployment, so we're going to roll off to see who gets which side or which deployment zone. I have a 2, Igor has a 5, I have a 2. The small white dice is the center of the table. So Igor, you get to pick your deployment zone. You're going to take that one with the building, so that quarter there.
Yeah.
Meaning I get to now to deploy all my Necrons into that area. At least the ones that I'm going to deploy. We're going to deploy and then we'll be back after. So we have deployed and I got to go first. I didn't really want to go first, but I did get to go first. So here's the Necrons. Here are the Gauss Immortals, the Tesla Immortals, the Overlord and the Cryptek, the Warriors. And there we have the Scarabs and the Wraiths. The Flayed Ones and the Dead Marks, they stayed behind in reserve. I felt that was a smart idea. Then onto the crowded part of the table. Hormagaunts, Termagants, the big blobs, and then the small unit of Termagants with a Neurotrope, and I think the other one, this is the Warlord one, right?
Yes,
That's the Warlord one. Venom Tropes, Geodet Prime, Zoantropes. The Biovore is nicely hiding in the building. The Raveners, Lictor, and Ripper Swarms, yes indeed. Jeez, so many names. They stayed behind in reserve. Since I deployed first, I get to tell that who goes first, and I want to go first. So Igor now gets the opportunity to siege the initiative.
Let's see.
With a 2,
Not enough.
no sieging.
No.
No, seizing. Not sieging, seizing. It's gonna be a siege, but I'll draw my tactical objectives and then get going with the game.
Yeah.
So the Necrons, they drew secure and defend objective 3. That's this one. So that's not really according to the battle plan. And they drew supremacy, which means score D3 victory points if you control any 3 objective markers at the end of your turn. Well, I could try that and sacrifice something for it. First of all, do you want to play the stratagem that says that your entire army counts as being in cover turn 1? No, you don't have a card. That's a new stratagem.
Oh, it's a new one. Okay.
Chapter approved stratagem costs 2 command points, I believe. But I'll check it before you pay any command points. I think it's 2.
Sounds good.
Yes, you want to use it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yes.
sounds handy.
Cool. So Igor plays that stratagem,
Yeah.
and then I'll start doing the Necron movement, and then we'll be back after.
Yep.
So I made a mistake when I explained he doesn't have the Chronometron but the Technomancer ability. And the stratagem for the Tyranids that came from the FAQ, not the chapter approved, but it's the same thing. Igor paid 2 command points for the all army being in cover rule. At the beginning of the movement phase, or the phase, the game turn, the Overlord, but my will be done on the Tesla Immortals. Everybody here repositioned a little bit to stay outside of 20 inches of especially that unit of Hormagaunts. The Wraiths moved a bit up, and the Scarabs, they moved on to that objective to give me the supremacy card. So then we're going on to the shooting phase for the Necrons, because no psychic phase. So I'm going to start off with a unit of warriors, and they will shoot at the unit of Hormagaunts. Hormagaunts are at a -1 to hit due to the Venom trope. So hitting on force, 2 hits, 3 hits, wounding on 3s, 2 wounds. You count being in cover, but you have a -1, so it leaves you with two 6-up armor saves for Igor. He fails both. And now you have your 2 6-up feel no pain because of High Fleet Leviathan rolls. Both fail. So that's 2 casualties on the unit of Hormagaunts. So after taking 2 of the Hormagaunts out, I'm now going to play Methodical Destruction. Meaning, if a Zotic unit from your army has inflicted an unsafe wound on an enemy unit, add 1 to hit rolls for friendly Zotic units that target the same enemy unit this phase. And then we're going on to the Gauss Immortals. They will shoot at them as well. These will be hitting on 3s. That's 8 hits. That's strength 5, toughness 3. So that leaves him with 3 stun. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. And you get no armor save this time around.
Oh, yeah.
But you do get your 6 up, feel no pain.
Yes. Wow.
And you fail all. So 6 more Hormigons are gone. I will check if I get my command points back, by the way. I can only get back 1, which I do. Then we have the Tesla Immortals. They all look the same. And I'm going to play Solar Pulse on them because they're also going to fire at the Hormigon unit, giving them an additional +1 to hit. No, this ignores cover.
Okay.
They have the extra +1 to hit due to the My Will Be Done. That's 20 shots. These then will be hitting on 2s. And 5s and 6s. I got more rolls. 5s and 6s cause 3 hits, so I'm gonna just calculate that.
Yeah.
So because of all the stratagem shenanigans, I ended up with 35 hits out of 20 shots. They'll be wounding on 3, strength 5. And then the second and third salvo, because I can get all these dice in my hands at once. So let's see how many wounds it are in total. So it ended up being 23 wounds. Igor now gets 23 6-up armor saves.
Yes.
You're gonna do it here, yes.
Whoa.
Making 4. So now the other ones you get to do feel no pain rolls. So then 19 6-up feel no pain I feel no pain rolls. That's another 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, there you go.
Yes.
So,
You save 8 out of 23, 15 die. So, end of shooting, and no assault, so we can start raking up some points. I do have 3 objectives at the moment. There's one here underneath the warriors as well, and then one there and one there, meaning I get the 3 victory points for supremacy for 3. And I don't secure or defend objective number 3. On to Tyranids turn 1 then.
Yep.
So Tyranid objectives, dominate, 3 successful psychic powers as a point, Kingslayer, kill the warlord, enemy warlord, and assassinate slaying characters. 1 character is worth 1 victory point. 3 characters or more is D3, but that's not going to happen since Necrons only have 2. Safe to say Igor drew some shitty cards.
Yeah.
Except for Dominate.
Yeah, that's probably going to work. But...
Yeah. So end of Tyranid movement. The Hormigons moved up. They advanced. Like 1, I believe, right? Yeah. The Zoanthropes advanced as well, but they did 2, and Igor re-rolled that into another 2. The Prime also advanced, but also like 2, so moving 8. Venom Tropes advanced, but also maybe 3 or something, 2 or 3. Both Neurotropes advanced as well to get into Smite range and Psychic Scream range and shenanigans like that to try and kill the Scarabs off. Both Termagant units, they just moved. The Biovore, he decided he was in a nice position there, so he's staying there.
Yes.
So, onto the Psychic phase then.
Yep.
So the Warlord right here is going to cast Catalyst on the big blob of Termagants.
Yep.
Needing a 6 with an 11, so that's you made it.
Yeah.
So Catalyst is on that unit now.
Right.
Well then he is going to cast Smite as well on the Scarabs because they're closest. Needing a 5 with an 11.
Wow.
That's actually really good news because now you get to do D6 mortal wounds.
Ooh.
So roll the amount of mortal wounds.
1.
For 1.
Yay.
So then the other Neurotrope is going to cast Psychic Scream.
Yes.
And he is also targeting the Scarab Swarms.
Yes.
Also needing a 5.
Ooh.
So Oh, that's a double. You get to reroll that one. It's off the table.
Okay.
Now don't do that.
Come on. There we go.
That's a pass. That's D3 mortal wounds on again on the scarabs. For 2, that means 1 scarab base is gone now. So Igor now opts to end the psychic phase because he feels confident he's going to kill the scarabs in any other way as well. And he got his point for his tactical objective.
Yes.
With passing 3 psychic powers. So the big unit of Termagants is going to fire at the leftover scarab swarms. We're going to roll this in the dice tray because sheer amount of dice.
Yeah.
So they'll be hitting on 4s.
Okay. Well.
No re-rolling this. Let's calculate hits. So 12 hits.
Yep.
Now wounding on 3s, strength 4 versus toughness 3.
Yeah.
And you get to re-roll the ones.
Yes.
Because the unit is bigger than 20. I see 1-1. Let's get to re-roll. And now it's 1-2, so that means 11. I get to do 11 6-up armor saves. You need to pass 3. I have 1 scarab left with 1 wound. Oh, here's the dice. 1, 2, 3. So that's 8 wounds. That means 1 scarab's left with 1 wound remaining.
Well.
So remove the scarabs in a manner so that the unit of 10 can fire at the last one. More shooting?
Oh,
Yeah, the Biovore.
Biovore.
So what's going to be his target?
Tesla ones.
The Tesla Immortals.
I think so, yeah.
Right here. The middle unit. Okay, grab a dice. I'm not sure if he gets some -1 because not having line of sight. I don't think so. So hitting on 4.
He's in zone. Oh, wait, yeah.
Or you could have just thrown this on the table. It's a hit. Now you just roll it here. On a 1, nothing. 2 to 5, it's a mortal wound, and on a 6 is D3 mortal wound. That's 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Meaning one of the Tesla Immortals goes face down. Let's take him. We'll put him here for resurrection protocols.
Yeah.
So that's clear that he gets it. So the big blob of Termagants is gonna try and charge the leftover bits and pieces of the scarabs. And needing a 4.
There you go.
He makes it with an 8. So Igor gets to move him again. So the goals moved up. Not exactly precise as it should be, but it's okay. We decided that they get 10 attacks because they are in range. Hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Are you going to do it here? Yes,
Yep.
okay. Hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 2.
2.
Really?
Nice.
2. They'll be wounding on 4s.
Hey.
1 6-up save. No! He dies!
Oh no.
Oh no! The last scarab dies.
No.
So end of Tyranid turn 1. Points. You got 1 point for killing the scarabs for the sort of like first blood thingy. Mm-hmm. And you got a dominate for passing 3 psychic tests, psychic powers. So that puts the Tyranids onto 2 points, and the Necrons are on 3 points end of turn 1. And then we're going to move on to turn 2. So, at the beginning of the Necron turn, I need to draw cards. I get 3 new cards. Secure Objective 1. Secure Objective 2. And overwhelming firepower, score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed during the shooting phase. If it's 3 or more, it's D3. Okay, so, and I still have secure and defend objective 3. Where's 1 and 2? 1's where the raids are, and 2 is either this one.
No, I think it's the one that.
No, it's the one with the Termagants on top of them. So, I'm gonna keep them all. So, yeah, let's go. Oh, then my will be done. I'll put it on the Gauss Immortals for this turn, and I need to do a resurrection protocol for him. On a 4 up, he's back, and I roll a 6, so he's back with the unit. So end of Necron movement for turn 2. The raids moved up. At the end of the movement phase, that march dropped in on the objective because I want the point. The warriors moved up a bit. The Tesla Immortals moved up a bit. Together with both characters, which are standing here, and the Gauss Immortals, they advanced 6. So they're standing on the objective. And they still have my will be done on them. And back there in the corner, there's the flayed ones who are going to attempt to hurt the Biovore in the combat phase. I'm going to start shooting with warriors. 7 of them are in rapid fire range. So 17 shots, hitting on 3. I'll be shooting at the Termagants. Hitting on 3s. That's 13 hits out of 17. So strength 4, toughness 3, 3 ups to wound. This isn't that good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 up saves because it's -1, but you still are in cover. 6 up saves. Passing 2. And now the other one you get a 5 up catalyst save, 4 catalyst saves. Passing another 2. So 2 Termagants die. Then the death marks are also gonna shoot at the Termagants. Also hitting on 3s. 1, 2, only 3 hits. How well it went at first.
Yeah.
How bad it went now. Strength 4, so wounding on 3s, but 6s do an additional mortal wound. So you have 2 6 up saves. Pass 1, fail 1, and now you have 2 5 up catalyst saves due to the mortal wound. Passed up 1, and the other one you fail. So another one dies. So because the Cryptek can also shoot, and I want to shoot with him, he's going to shoot at the Hormogons. 3 shots, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Strength 5, toughness 3, wounding on 3s. 1. That's a -3. So you just get, let's see how much damage. It's -2, I'm sorry. 1 damage, so you do have 1 the High Fleet Leviathan, 6 up, feel no pain. No, so 1 dies. Oh, you get 2, yes. Yeah, then we're going over to the Gauss Immortals. So the Immortals, indeed, they advance, so but they have my will be done on them, which now also they could have advanced 1 extra inch because of my will be done. But that doesn't matter. They are going to shoot at the Hormogons as well. Hitting on 3s. Only 1 miss.
Wow. Wow.
And now wounding on 3s. Again, only 1. You know what? I'm going to command point reroll this one.
Oh, you really?
Yes.
You really wanted that?
Yeah, because of the point I'll be getting if I kill a unit.
Okay.
So that's 8. 6 up. High Fleet Leviathan saves you. No, 9. Because I had 10. I only missed 1. 10. 9. 9 6 ups.
9?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to make 4. 1, 2.
2.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. The other one is off the table, but it doesn't matter. So the entire unit's gone. Whee! Then the Tesla Immortals, they will shoot at the Zoantropes. They just normally moved. They have an assault 2 weapon. So hitting on 3s, 20 shots. I'll just grab the hits first. So 3 shots missed, but they also had 6 6s. So 20 shots turning into 29 hits. Wonderful weapon. Strength 5, toughness 4, wounding on 3. So that gives them we're 20 wounds, 23 up in vulnerable saves. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 misses. Let's put them to the side. And this one, 8, 7. 7 misses, but you do get your 6 up High Fleet Leviathan shenanigans save.
Well,
you fail
7.
all, so that means there's 1 Zoanthrope left with 2 wounds. Is it this one?
Sure.
No. Well, that's actually really good.
Is it?
I was kind of like not liking that 3 up invulnerable save. I forgot to see if I get my command point back that I re-rolled with the dudes. which I don't. So Necrons are down to 5 command points right now. And that brings us to the assault phase. And I'll start with flayed ones. They need a 9 to get to the Bio 4. 7, but I'm gonna reroll this one. God damn it! They don't make it. And let's see if I get my command point back. Nope. The raids, because I can leave them there and they'll eat a shit ton of fire next turn. So I'm just gonna charge the term against. They look like they need like a 3. With an 8 they're in. 27 Overwatch shots. Igor's gonna grab some dice. Overwatch for the term against on the raids. 27 shots, 6s to it. I see 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Oh, that's. You need to start rolling a bit better, mate.
Yeah. Thanks for the advice.
Yes,
I'll do that.
Wounding on 5s. But you get to reroll once. 1. So let's see if I get my save. 3 up.
Yes.
I pass my save. So combat phase, because combat phase. The raids go first. They charged. 3 attacks each, 9 attacks. They'll be hitting on 3s. 6 hits. And now they will be wounding on 2, strength 6, toughness 3. That's a cock. So that's 5. So no armor saves, but Igor does have Catalyst on the unit. It does 2 damage, so you need to roll them by 2 for 5 times. That's 1 dead. Next one. That's another one dead. I'll keep track. Yes. That's a 3rd one dead. That's a 4th one dead.
Another one.
One more. Yes, was 5. And that's a 5th one dead. Yeah. So that leaves you with 22 guns to strike back. You can pile them in first, and then you get to strike back. So the Termagant unit is going to strike back 22 attacks. They'll be hitting on 4s.
Yes. Not a lot of 4s.
Well, 5s and 6s are good as well, mate.
Well, you know.
That's like, oh well, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
no, it's okay. Just wounding on 5s.
12.
Strength 3, toughness 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. These 5 3 up invulnerable saves for the raids. So 5 3 ups. Pass them all. Sorry. I'm going to happily admit that my rolling is a bit obscene today. It happens, but it's a bit really obscene. End of Necron turn 2.
Yep.
Yes. So on 2 points. I have secure objective 1 all the way back there with the death marks. So that's a point. I have secure objective 3 here, and I also started defending it. And I have overwhelming firepower because I destroyed an entire unit in one go. It was quite obvious that I wasn't going to make 3. So that gives it, the Necrons 3 more victory points. So next to Assassinate and Kingslayer, the Tyranids draw Advance, no unit in the deployment zone at the end of the turn. Your turn. Well, you can keep that, move everything out, and I'll kill the Biovore for you. Defend objective 5, secure objective 4. Objective 5 is right there. Yeah, and 4 is where the warriors are at. So let's go to Tyranid movement, and we'll be back after. So end of Tyranid movement. The Psykers, they all moved in to start smiting the raids. The Gaunts there, they moved, they advanced, right? The small unit, yeah. The Zoanthrope advanced into out of line of sight, yes. And the warrior, the Tyranid Prime, he moved back there to claim the objective. Then in the end of the turn, I need to walk here, right here, dropped in the Lictor. And back there the Raveners came in for some supporting attacks if needed. Yeah, if needed. I actually hope you're gonna smite those raids now to death. Because
It won't be too much.
it's yes. So
Speaking of smite.
onto the psychic phase.
Yes.
Speaking of smite, yes. So this neurotrope, the Warlord, is gonna start casting Catalyst on the unit of 10 Termagants standing right in front of him.
Yep.
Needing a 6, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
With a 6, that's a pass. So Catalyst on that unit.
Right.
And then for his second power, he's now gonna cast Smite, or attempt to cast Smite, on the raids.
Yep. 6.
5.
6.
No, 5. Smite's 5. No, that's previous turn. It's per turn.
Oh, it's per turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Igor, I explained to Igor the smite rule that it gets more difficult if you continuously cast it, but Igor misunderstood me and thought it
I thought it
would
just
stack
stacked
through the game.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's per turn. So no issues, Igor. On a 5,
It's gonna be 4.
it's a 7. So D3 mortal wounds. For 2. So one's down to 1 wound, because they have 3 wounds each, I believe.
Yep.
Then the next one,
Yep.
the other neurotrope.
Yep.
Yes, he has Onslaught and Smite. No, he has Psychic Scream and Smite.
So, Psychic Scream then.
Psychic Scream then.
Yep.
Yes, okay.
It's a 5.
That's also successful for D3 mortal wounds.
3.
For 3. So, that means now one's dead and one's down to 1 wound. So now the neurotrope is going to cast Smite on the raids. And needing a 6 now. No, that's a fail.
Reroll.
Reroll, yes. Into a success with a 7. Another D3 mortal wounds. For 1.
Well.
That means the last one dies at least, or the second one dies.
Yep.
And now then there's the Zoanthrope. He's also going to smite, and the raids are the nearest visible enemy unit within 18.
Yes.
So, needing a 7 now. With a 6. You can't reroll this one,
Nope.
because you already used the reroll. So that means that there's 1 raid left.
Yep.
So shooting phase, the small unit of Termagants is going to fire on the Necron Warriors. Because they advance, they have a -1 hit penalty. Hitting on 5s, 7 shots. 1, 2, 3 hits. It's not even that bad.
Yeah.
And now wounding on 4, strength 4, toughness 4.
That's 1.
1. And that leaves them with a 1, 4 save, I believe. Oh, that's a
6.
6, so it's a pass anyway. So that leaves the Biovore, because the Lictor only has 6-inch range to with his shooting weapon. And he's gonna shoot at death marks.
Yeah.
So needing a 4 to hit. I'm gonna roll here. That's a hit. Roll a dice to see what happens.
4.
1 mortal wound, so that means 1 goes down, because I think they only have 1 wound. So then the Termagants are gonna attack the leftover raid. 22 attacks, hitting on 4s. Well, let's see how many hits. Yeah, there were 9 hits, and now strength 3, toughness 5, winning on 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So 4 3 of armor, invulnerable saves for the raid. Fail 1, pass 3, 1 wound. So the raid now gets 3 attacks back, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, strength 6, toughness 3, 2 of them. That's 2 times 2, 6 up, High Fleet Leviathan, disgustingly resilient like saves. That's 1 fail, and the other one, that's another fail, it's not a 5 up. Now you would have been better off casting Catalyst on them.
Yeah.
The 2 die. So Igor now, at the end of the fight phase, because that was it, is gonna play Adrenaline Surge for 3 command points on the Gaunts, so that he gets to attack again. 20 attacks, hitting on 4s once again. Let's see how many hits. So 13 hits, more impressive than the previous round.
Yes.
Now they'll be wounding on 5s.
Yep.
Once again, strength 3, toughness 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Yes, 4.
No.
Well, 4 3 up invulnerable saves for the raid. Oh, he dies. I failed 2 of them.
Yep.
And he only had 2 wounds left, so the raid's gone.
Hooray.
Smart move. So, objectives. Igor didn't make advance. He started defending objective 5 with Tyranid Prime there. Doesn't have secure objective 4 because it's back in my deployment zone for the Necrons. No Kingslayer or Assassinate. However, the Necrons, they made now defend objective 3. So the Necrons do gain 2 more command or victory points, not command points. Making the score end of turn 2, 8-2.
Yep.
So we already calculated points, and then I discovered that the Lictor could have attempted a charge. So I'm gonna let Igor attempt that charge anyway. You need a 9.
Yep.
No, not with a 4. That's not gonna do the trick. Re-rolling it is gonna be... No, you need to roll a 6, so that's gonna be kind of useless. Gonna be tricky. Now then, on to turn 3 for the Necrons. So here's the new cards I draw for the Necrons. Witch Hunter, kill a Psyker. Assassinate, kill a character. Big Game Hunter. Yeah, I couldn't discard that from my deck before, so... and I still have secure objective 2, which is going to be mission impossible with all the Gaunts back there flooding objective 2. So, I'll start off with my will be done, and I'll put that on the... You know what, I'm going to put it on the Tesla Immortals. And then 1 resurrection protocol for the lying down death mark back there. 5 up. With a 6. I'm so sorry. Or do you want me to re-roll it because it's on? So end of Necron movement. The dead marks, they moved a bit back. They're gonna say hello to the Lictor. That's hiding behind the building. The warriors moved into that position so that they can start shooting at that big unit of Gaunts. Overlord advanced to that position, and the Gauss Immortals, they rolled like a 5 or 6 for their advance roll, so they moved way up the board. And the Cryptek used his Veil of Darkness at the end of the movement phase to teleport himself and a unit of Tesla Immortals up to that position. And then the Flayed ones, they moved up to 4-inch from the Biovore. Let's start shooting with death marks. I'm gonna shoot at the Lictor. The Lictor has a -1 to hit, so they'll be hitting on force. Let's move this one out of the way. So 7 hits, strength 4, toughness 4. Wounding on force, 6s do an additional mortal wound. So that's 2 mortal wounds, and then 3 armor saves of, I'll check, I think it's 5 up. So 3 5-up armor saves. Passing 2, so that means the Lictor is down to 1 wound.
Yep.
Because he also took 2 mortal wounds. Next, the Necron warriors. 5 of them are within rapid fire range to shoot at the Gaunts. Hitting on 3s. I'll check after I roll. Because I think it's hitting on 3s. So they scored 11 hits. Because I did hit on 3s. Strength 4, toughness 3, wounding on 3s. Oh, that's way worse. Only 4 with a -1, but you still have a +1 due to cover. So, yes, 6 up saves. You pass 1, and now you have. No, you're not within 6 inches of sign-ups, right?
Nope.
No, so 4 die.
Okay.
Oh, measure, yes.
Yeah, no, within 6.
Okay, so you do get 4 6-up field of pain saves. And you pass another 1, so 3 die.
Yep.
Then the Cryptek is going to fire at your Biovore. Yeah? 3 shots, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. And I believe he's strength 5. Indeed, strength 5, so toughness 4, wounding on 3s. Both of them. You do get cover, but it's a -2, so it leaves him with 2 5-up saves. Which he both fails. So the Biofor is left with 2 wounds, and now then this unit of Gauss Immortals is gonna fire at the Zoanthrope. They'll be hitting on force because they advanced. 10 shots. And they have 5 hits. Average Joes. And they'll be wounding on 3, strength 5, toughness 4. You have 3 up invulnerable saves. You fail 2 of them. That means he dies.
Yes, very wishes.
So the plan was to finish off a character with these guys, but the Biofor is too close. So misplacement on my side. But instead now I'll shoot at the Venom Tropes. 20 shots. -1/+1. Because -1 because of their Venom Tropes. +1 because of my will be done. So the first 16, and then I'll add like the other 4. Yeah, like that. Hitting on 3s anyway. 1, 2, 3 misses, and now they gain an additional 4 hits because of the 6s. Yes. So strength 5, toughness 4, wounding on 3s, and then the other hits. Oh, let's see how many armor saves the Venom Tropes get. So the Venom Tropes need to take 16 5-up armor saves. Let's see how many you pass. You pass 5, and you do get to take the 6-up High Fleet Leviathan save for this. One, 2, 3. So you fail now in total 8?
8.
I think they have 3 wounds each, so then 1 should be left with 1 wound. So, I actually hoped he would die, but he didn't. But that's okay. You can't have everything. Onto the charge phase, I'll first roll. Oh, I'll roll for the flayed ones inside the building there. Bioforce can't overwatch, so needing a 4. With a 12, they're in. And then I'll roll for the death marks. They need a 4 as well because the lictor should be at a 9 inch. So at the beginning of the. With a 10, they're in as well. But the lictor can overwatch.
Yay!
The lictor 2 shots, hitting on 6s, overwatch.
No.
No, it's not even 6 together.
No.
You really need to start rolling a bit better.
Yes, I should.
Yes. So, yes. How many command points do you have? 2.
I have 2.
You're not going to interrupt me anyway.
No.
I'm going to start with death marks on the lictor.
Sure.
So, I'll start attacking with the death marks because if Igor is going to interrupt me anywhere, it's going to be the lictor because the Biofor kind of like sucks in combat. The lictor still has -1 to hit due to his chameleonic skin, and it says hit rolls, not hit rolls in the shooting phase. So hitting on force, 3 hits, and then strength 4, toughness 4, wounding on force. 1. Use him with 1 5-up arm save, which he fails, so the lictor dies. So the flayed ones in there are gonna attack the Biofor. 15 attacks, hitting on 3s. Yes, 10 hits. Oh, yes, another 2. 9 hits, just below average. And now they'll be wounding on force, but they do get to reroll everything. Strength 4, toughness 4, yeah. 2 rerolls. Whereas well, they all wound, right? Yeah, 9 wounds. That leaves the Biofor, I think, with 9 4-up. So 9 4-up armor saves for the Biofor. Passing 4. And now you still have 5 6-up feel no pain saves from High Fleet Leviathan. Because he's within 6 in. No, it's not. No. I mean, he was within 6 inches of the Tyranid Prime. Yep. Meaning the Biofor has been sent to heaven as well. Well, Tyranid heaven, that is. Yeah, or hell, just whatever, how you want to call it. Doesn't matter. So, end of turn 3 for the Necrons. One thing's for sure, the Tyranid Prime there, he finishes defending objective number 5, that is. Yes. So, 2 points for the Tyranids. Putting them to 4. And the Tyranids themselves, or the Necrons, they got Witch Hunter, they killed the Psycho. So they gain an additional point, bringing them up to 9. The score at the end of top turn 3 is 9 to 4. Yes, we'll be back with Tyranid objectives.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, so Igor discards Kingslayer before he draws 3 new cards.
Blood and Guts.
He gets Blood and Guts, kill something in the fight phase. Yeah, 3 of more is defend objective 2.
Hey.
That's the one you're standing on.
Yes.
And no prisoners. Score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed during your turn. And Igor still has advance, secure objective 4, and assassinate. Oh, I should make sure I get it on camera, not. So end of Tyranid movement. They're a bit surrounded, but the big unit of Gaunts that moved up advanced, right? Yes. And the small unit advanced as well.
Yep.
Reveners advanced.
Yep.
Looks like you want these 2 units here dead.
Yeah, if possible.
Yes. So the Tyranid Prime advanced. I think this Neurotrope for sure advanced, right? No, he just moved around the corner.
He did advance, but he's the only one that didn't need to advance.
Okay. And the other 2 they moved, or did they advance? No, I think the Venom Trope advanced as well.
The big floating garbage bag. He advanced.
Yes. So standing like this, then we're now onto the psychic phase.
Yeah.
Yay. So the front Neurotrope here is going to cast Catalyst on the Reveners, just in range. Needing a 6, right? 5, 6. 6, yes. You must roll. 6. So, Catalyst on the Reveners.
Hooray.
Then, Smite from the Neurotrope, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be on the Warriors.
Yes.
Yes. Needing a 5. That's a
8.
best with an 8. For D3. 2 mortal wounds on the Necron Warriors. So, the other Neurotrope is gonna. You do have to measure.
Yeah.
For a second.
Yeah. 18. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Easy.
Yes. Easy. Psychic Scream also on the Warriors. 5 up.
Yep.
No. Reroll.
Yeah.
You can also not reroll this. No, 1. Keep the 2. You only reroll 1. That's kill team that you. Yeah, just roll 1 extra dice. Yeah, the 2.
Well, they.
To another 1. Still a fail. So after failing the Psychic Scream, he now is going to attempt to cast a Smite on the Warriors as well. Needing a 6 because second Smite of the turn.
8.
With an 8, he passes. For D3, for another 2.
There you go.
So the big blob of Gaunt, 17, is going to fire at the Warriors. They advance, so -1 to hit, needing 5s. So yes, 5s to hit. Igor prefers the dice tray. Let's see how many hits. So 5 hits, strength 4, toughness 4, wounding on 4s.
Wow.
Really, Igor.
Yeah. What dice are doing is better. That's because of my health at the moment. Okay.
Your health is following your dice.
Yeah.
You were starting to feel a bit sick.
A
So
little bit. Well, 10.
the other 10.
Yeah.
Same target, I presume.
Yeah.
Those 10 guys also going to fire at the Warriors. The same thing, hitting on 5s, 10 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have as many hits as the other unit. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Now wounding on 4s. 1, 2, 3. Leaves the Warriors with 3, 4 farm stations. Pass 1, fail 2. 2 more die. So end of turn 3 for the Tyranids. The Tyranids score advance. The Warrior moved out of the deployment zone, and the Ripper started defending objective number 2. Meaning the Tyranids gain 1 more point for advance, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Checked. Yes, 1 more point.
So no points for the Necrons whatsoever now. On to turn 4 for the Necrons.
Yeah.
So new objectives for the Necrons. Behind enemy 9, score 1 victory point if at least 1 unit completely within the enemy's deployment zone at the end of the turn, with 3 units as D3. That's possible. No prisoners, score 1 victory point unit is destroyed during your turn. 3 and 5 is D3, and more than 6 or more is D3 plus 3. And psychological warfare. Fail a morale check for the opponent. That's going to be a really tricky one. So, yeah, let's see what we can do. I'm going to start off with making 6 reanimation protocols. I think I keep calling it resurrection protocols, but it's reanimation protocols. 5 ups. 2 warriors stand back up. The other ones, they stay on the belly. So, and then my will be done from the Overlord is going to be put on this immortal unit, because it's the only one in range, or he could put it on himself, but that's kind of useless. The Overlord has been the most useless dude on the table so far.
He's just glad to be here.
Yes, he's just happy to stroll around.
Yeah.
So, on to Necron movement for turn 4, and then we'll be back after. Igor just reminded me that I did have to take a morale check for the warriors previous turn, so I'll do that right now. There were 6 down. I rolled a 6, so that's leadership 10 minus that's 12, so 2 run away, and they don't they can't come back.
They can come
No,
back.
they can't come back. Only the ones you shot can come back. So Necron shooting. The warriors there. I'm gonna fire at the Reveners because I don't like them. Hitting on trees.
Yeah.
7 shots because 3 can rapid fire. Yes. 4 hits. And then wounding on force. 1 with a -1. These are the 6 up save.
Catalyst.
Yeah, that's after.
Oh, okay, cool.
No catalyst. 5 up.
Nope.
No. 1 wound on 1 Revener.
Okay.
Death marks. Gonna do the same thing. Fire at the Reveners. Hitting on trees. Stay awake, mate. And then also wounding on force, but 6 is doing an additional mortal wound. That's 1 4 and 3 6s. So first off, take 4 or 5 up saves.
4 or 5 up save?
Yes, you have your regular armor save. Pass 1. Now you get to do 6 catalyst saves.
6?
Yes, 3 for the mortal wounds and 3 for the failed armor saves. 5 ups. Passing none. So it means 1 Revener stays behind with 2 wounds. And these death marks, they've been shooting pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, they're doing good.
So, yeah, that's that. Let's instantly move on to the Cryptek, who's going to fire at your Tyranid Prime.
Yep.
3 shots hitting on trees. 2 hits, 1 miss. Strength 5, I'm not quite sure. I'll check. Well, the 4 is good enough anyway. I'll check the toughness after. -2 leaves him with a 5 up.
4.
No, it's 1 damage. So this Gauss Immortal unit is going to fire at the Gaunt unit. 6 can rapid fire, so 16 shots in total. Hitting on trees because my will be done, and Venom Throw causes a -1. So -1 + 1. 3 ups to hit. Let's see how many hits. 10 hits, wounding on trees. 7. Leaves you with 7, 6 up Leviathan shenanigan saves. Saving 1 means 7, 6 of them die. So then the last shooting for this turn for the Necrons is going to be the Tesla Immortals. And I find it tempting to shoot at the Rippers, but it would be stupid. Because I don't expect the Flake ones to take out Tyranid Prime in one go. Therefore they're going to shoot at Tyranid Prime. 20 shots, hitting on 3. And then once again 6s are causing 2 hits in this case. So the 20 shots resulted in 30 hits.
Of course.
The unit has been seriously insane today. Wounding on force.
Yes.
That's the first batch. So the first pile was 7 wounds, and then the second handful causes another 7. Yes, another 7 wounds. So the Tyranid Prime is going to have to take 14 3-up armor saves. So 14 3-up armor saves. Failing 2.
Oh, wow.
2. You get a 6-up shenanigan save. No, 2. 2 wounds. Puts him down to 3.
Yep.
Well, we can waste a crap ton of time, but flayed ones are going to attempt to charge him.
Sure.
They needed a 6. We already measured. I measured that a while ago.
Yeah. 4.
I'm going to re-roll this because I have the command points. 2 or 3. Do I get the command point back? No. So end of Necron turn 4. Points. No secure objective 2. No assassinate because I didn't make the charge and I really wanted to. No big game hunter. That's impossible anyway. I do get behind enemy lines and I have it with 3 units, so I get D3 victory points for that. Because 3 units of mine are entirely in the enemy deployment zone and I get another 3, of course. I didn't make psychological warfare, that's near impossible against Tyranids, and no prisoners I didn't get as well. Onto Tyranid turn 4. Let's see what's going to happen. Yes, and I forgot Igor with the Tyranids. He managed to defend objective number 2, putting the Tyranids up to 7 victory points at the moment. Yes, so the score is 12-7, so I think it can still go your way if you just need to be a little bit lucky with your cards now.
Well, no.
You have been unlucky so far, so the good one should pop up anytime soon now.
Let's see.
On to the objectives for Igor for turn 4. So cards for the Tyranids, and Igor still has no prisoners, blood and guts, and secure objective 4. He now gets defend objective 3 and 6, which are near impossible because that's like where the Overlord and my Gauss Immortals are standing. And he gets overwhelming firepower, which he should be able to just kill the warriors back there. But, in the shooting phase, it has to be in the shooting phase. Yep. So let's go for Tyranid movement, and then we'll be back. Yep. So end of Tyranid movement, the revenue moved up, getting closer. Those Gaunts moved up, clearly what they are set out to do. And then the Venom Trope moved behind them. These other 4 Gaunts, they advance to this position. The 2 Eurotropes are now standing there. One of them advanced and the other one didn't, right?
Both of them advanced.
Both of them advanced?
Yes.
Really? One of them was standing right here.
Yeah, he did like 2 more to actually get cover. Like they switched positions. Like the one at the back was the one who was further away.
Yes, okay. And then the Tyranid Prime advanced clearly, and the Rippers they advanced as well to that position to give some to just basically stand in the way there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So that brings us to the psychic phase now.
Yeah.
So psychic phase, the Warlord is going to start casting Catalyst on the big unit of Termagants, needing a 6. Yeah, with a 9, so that's a success. Then Smite. Smite on the Warriors, Necron Warriors.
7.
With a 7, that's a success. 4, 3. So Igor stops the psychic phase right now, because the warrior still is the closest visible target. So if you would use Psychic Scream or the other smite, you would kill the warrior, and he wants to kill him in the shooting phase for the shooting stratagem.
Yes.
Stratagem objective. Sorry. So onto the shooting phase then, right? Yes. Which one first?
The small unit of Gaunts.
The small. There's 4 shots.
4 shots.
On the warrior, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah. They'll be hitting on 5s.
Yes. 1.
1 hit. He'll be wounding on 4s. He does just that. And a 4-up save for the warrior. Which he passes. So the Reverend is gonna fire his spine fist at at the warrior, and I do fully understand why, because then if he kills him, the Gaunts get to shoot at death marks. He has 4 shots because he has 4 attacks. They'll be hitting on 4s for 2. They'll be wounding on 4s for 1. And again, the warrior gets 1 4-up armor save. But she fails, so the last warrior dies as well. I am going to command point reroll this one, just try. He passes it. Down to 2 command points. Do I get the command point back? No, I don't get it back. So 17 shots from the guns, also on the warrior. I feel a little bit like a dick at the moment because I made the reroll. Hitting on 4s this time, they didn't advance. I see quite a lot of hits. I think like 8. So 9 hits, and now they'll be winning on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. We're not gonna make this any more exciting than it is because he's dead. Yes, he's dead. We failed 3 of them, so he's dead. No coming back from this one for the warriors. So the Revenant now is going to attempt to charge the death marks. 3-inch.
Yes.
Well, he's in.
Good.
Let's see what Overwatch does. Yeah. So 10 Overwatch shots, hitting on 6s. I'll just reroll 1. No hits. No hits. So he's in.
Yay.
So the Revenant has 4 attacks base, which he'll use to fight with his Rending Claws, and then he gets 1 additional attack for the Skiting Talons, which will be the red dice. The Skiting Talon, if it's a 1, it's rerollable. We'll be hitting on 3s.
Wow.
Really made.
Wow. So all these things that
One hit with the Skiting Talons. Winning on a 4.
Awesome. Everest, what contrast?
I'm kind of like, it's like 25, 26 points, so it's not even that expensive, but yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Well, then the dead marks get to fight back. They all have 1 attack, so 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. And they show the Revenant how it's done, with 4 hits. They'll be hitting on, or wounding on 4s. For 2 of them. That leaves the Revenant with 2 saves of, I think it's 5 up. So 2 5-up saves, indeed, he fails both. He doesn't have the shenanigan save, so the Revenant dies. I feel so shitty about this.
Well, there you go.
So points for the Tyranids. Yes, what did you get, mate?
Overwhelming firepower?
Yes, for killing the warrior unit.
Yeah, and the secure objective 4.
Yeah, which is this one.
Yeah.
Yes. So, 2 more points for the Tyranids.
Yeah.
Which actually makes it 12 to 9. So, still possible. Yes, let's go on to Necron turn 5.
Yep.
So, the Necron cards, I discarded Big Game Hunter because I can't get it, and I think even we should have played it that we could just discard impossible cards straight away, but we both didn't, so not really something to worry about. Defend Objective 4 and Kingslayer. Defend Objective 4 is the one with all the guns there, right?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kingslayer. Still have Secure Objective 2, Assassinate no prisoners and Psychological Warfare. And Psychological Warfare I can easily forget about. Yes, so my will be done on him.
Yep.
No resurrection, reanimation protocols this turn because yeah, none. Yes. So okay, cool. Let's go. Movement Necrons.
Yep.
So end of Necron movement. I moved the death marks around the corner so that they have nice line of sight on the Warlord. I move these guys up together with the Overlord. Back there, the Cryptek moved up to secure objective number 2. And the Immortals moved with him. They advanced. I rolled a 2, I re-rolled it into a 6, and I got the command point back. The flayed ones, they're just going to, well, they think it's okay to just stand there for line breaker. Since we're already in turn 5 right now, I'll take the gamble. Going to start to shoot with the death marks, and I'm going to shoot at Warlord Neutral. They are within rapid fire range, so 10 shots hitting on 3s. That's quite a lot of them.
8?
Yeah, 8 hits. No, wounding on 4s, but 6 do an additional mortal wounds. That's 2 mortal wounds, 2 saves. So, wait, yeah, 4 saves and 2 mortal wounds. So 4 3-up invulnerable saves. You pass all of them. And then now 2 6-up shenanigan saves. No, he takes 2 wounds. Attack, it's gonna fire at that Tyranid Prime. Right there. 3 shots, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 4, strength 5, toughness 4. 2 of them. -2, that leaves him with 2 5-up saves. Fail both, but you have the shenanigan save for 6-up. Fail those 2. That means he's down to 1 wound now, I think. Yes. So now those 10 Immortals are going to fire at the Tyranid Prime as well. And they advance, so -1 to hit. So I think 6s are not going to proc into extra hits. 4s to hit. This is the first half. That's 4 hits. And then I'm going to roll it again for the other 10 shots. That's 8 hits in total. Strength 5, toughness 5, so wounding on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-up armor saves for the Tyranid Prime with 1 wound left. No, 2 wounds left, right?
1 wound.
1 wound left. Ooh, he fails 4. Well, you have 4 shenanigan saves if you want to, but...
4 6s?
Yeah,
Easy.
I'll do it. No, he dies.
Yep.
Then the Gauss Immortal unit is going to shoot at the Rippers. First 10 shots, hitting on 2s because of my will be done. 10 hits. And the next, this is 9. And that's 9 hits, yeah, it's 9 on the floor. It's 20 hits in total. Rippers are toughness 3. So indeed, the Rippers are toughness 3. I got 20 hits, strength 5, toughness 3, wounding on 3s. That's 7. And then the second roll for another 7. That leaves the Rippers with 14 6-up shenanigan saves. So 14 6-up Ivory Leviathan saves.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, you just roll. Passing 1.
So that's 13 wounds.
That's 13 wounds. That's 4 bases gone and 1 left with 2 wounds. So that ends the shooting phase. I shot with everything. Now the Overlord is going to attempt to charge the Neurotrope. It's going to need a 5 to get in there. A 4 and a 3, so he's in. So fight phase. The Overlord goes first. I'm going to play Anthropic Strike for 1 command point. Can't roll to get it back because I already did that. That's for the first attack. So the first attack ignores invulnerable saves. I'll roll that separately. The Void side has a -1 to hit. So hitting on a 3.
Yep.
It's a hit. Strength 10. Wounding on a 2. Toughness 4. That does the trick. And I think he dies.
Just fucking straight up dies.
Yeah, you don't get an invulnerable save. So indeed, the 3 is enough to kill the Neurotrope. Because he ignores the invulnerable save due to the stratagem, and it's -4 on the 5-up armor save he is left with. So no saves, but he does get the Highfleet Leviathan 6-up shenanigan save. There we go, 3 times. He passes 1.
Yay.
Crap balls. So the Neurotrope standing with 1 wound left. So, however, the Overlord still has 2 more attacks, but now you do get to take your invulnerable save.
Yeah.
So hitting on 3s, they both hit. Wounding on 2s, they both wound. 2 3-up invulnerable saves. You fail 1. Do you have a command point? You want to re-roll it?
Yes.
Yes.
1. There you go.
Damn it. 3 shenanigan saves.
3.
Yes, it's 3 damage. The damage output is the same. No, you fail him. So now he dies.
Yep.
So the Overlord kills the Neurotrope, and now he consolidates into the other Neurotrope. Meaning that Neurotrope gets to strike on the Overlord. The Neurotrope has 1 attack. He'll be hitting on 4s.
Yep. Bump into.
Miss.
Oh.
It's your outer command point, right? Yes.
Yeah. Score it?
So end of yes, score yes. End of Necron turn. Do you score? Do you have the defend anything?
No.
Oh, you have 3. And 3 is here. So
6. Over there.
yeah, 6 is there. Yes, you have to deal with the Immortals first to get there, and the Overlord probably. I don't have psychological warfare. If I destroy the unit during my turn, I did that. I killed 2.
Yeah.
Yes, your warrior and your neurotrope. I got assassinate. I got secure objective 2. I don't have defend objective 4, but I don't care because I also have Kingslayer and Slay the Warlord.
Wow. How many points did you get?
D3 for the
For the Warlord?
for the Warlord. For 1 this time. So that's good. So that means the Necrons gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points in total this turn. Putting them in one go at 17 now. That's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, now the gap's all of a sudden really big. Yes. On to a Tyranid turn. 5.
Yep.
So end of Tyranid movement. Took a bit of thinking to maximize the points being able to try and get. The Rippers moved to this objective together with the Gaunts. The Neurotrope moved out of, fell back from combat. He has the fly special rule. So now he can Psychic Scream and smite the Overlord. And he might be able to kill the Overlord. The Venom Trope stands on objective 1, and the Gaunts Congo line from the Venom Trope to the other objective because they have objective secured, and the Cryptek doesn't, securing at least 1 point as far as that goes. These guys, they are able to get Line Breaker in the end of the game. That moves us straight into the Psychic phase.
Yes.
The Gaunts back there, they advanced. They, for once, Igor threw a 6,
Yeah.
so they easily made it.
Yep.
What are you going to start with? Smite or Psychic Scream?
Yeah, Psychic Scream.
Psychic Scream. Needing a 5. An 8 for D3 mortal wounds.
1.
Or 1. Yes, Smite. Needing 5. 7. D3 mortal wounds. 3.
4.
So, it takes 4 mortal wounds. 1 left. You didn't have command points left.
No.
Yes, so okay. So for the shooting phase we did some measuring. 3 of the guns are actually able to fire at the Overlord, all the others they need to fire at the Immortals, or they just can't see the Overlord. These guys, they are forced to shoot on either the death marks or these Immortals. So 3 of them, they advance, so they'll be hitting on 5s. 2 hits. They'll be wounding on 5s. Come on, Igor, kill him. 1. He's the Overlord with 1 3-up arm save.
4.
He makes it.
There you go.
He stands. He stands. Other shooting.
So 14 of them?
Yeah, then 14. There were 17 of them last turn, so I expect that there's still 17 left of them this turn. So yes, the other 14 guns gonna fire at Tesla Immortals. Hitting on 5s. Well, you are consequent throwing now 5 6s. You'll be wounding on 4s. 1, 2. So 2 3-up armor saves. Make 1 fill 1. So those 4 guns gonna fire at the dead marks. 4 shots hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. 2 3-up saves. Fail both. The Tyranids gain 1 point for Swarm for having more objectives than the opponent. Because the Tyranids control 3 and the Necrons only 1. Let's see if we continue for turn 6.
Yes.
And then 3-up, we play turn 6. No, we stop right here.
Oh.
So, that ends the game with a score of 17-10 for the Necrons. I'm gonna set stuff up for the post-game talky bit, I guess. Yes, talky bit.
Talky bit, that will come in.
So Igor,
Yes.
post-game rambling,
Yeah.
what say you?
It's quite something. I did not expect to do the running away so much, but well, yeah, like I said in the beginning, the wrench in my waterproof plan was
The strategy.
the strategy,
Yeah. Igor wanted to use Endless Swarm.
yeah.
What Igor didn't understand or he had not understood, that you need to pay points on top of your command points for that. So it's like complete
It's been rubbish.
bullshit to put that strategy even in your deck, because if you're gonna have to pay points for it, you might just as well put it on the table straight away.
Yeah. Well, then I was like that. Like that was going to be my solution to the endless hail of shots that would come away. I'm like, you know what? I'll just sack the big unit and then throw it up closer. And you know, I was sure that you would also be working around that, since this is your army. You know how it works. But yeah, that was like, no, it doesn't matter. Fuck it, it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, one thing, what I already told you during the game, when I was writing these two army lists, putting them together, I was thinking of putting in another unit of Gaunt's instead of the zoanthropes.
Yeah.
And maybe in hindsight I should have done that.
One of the units would have gotten into the close combat then, like turn 2 or 3.
Yeah.
With Catalyst.
Yeah, probably taking the Lictor out and the zoanthropes to get the points to get an extra unit of Hormagaunts in.
Yeah.
Because an extra unit of Termagants, they wouldn't have really mattered. And like you say, it's both are my armies, so I know what units to stay away from in the Tyranid army. And especially the way I designed this army, being a swarm, it's everything that's fast, that needs to die first, so that you can hold that first wave off for a while. And when those Hormagaunts died, 23 of them I believe in turn 1, that kind of shifted the balance in the favor of the firing blob that the Necrons had available with the 10 warriors and 20 immortals.
Yeah, because suddenly that block that I have, like the shooting block that I have, doesn't really fucking matter, because you just have to take some hits from it, and then the next turn, if they're in range, then they're fucked.
Yeah, and the reanimation protocols, they proved pretty good as well today, making them on the right. You did right with the warrior units by taking them out fast, one go and one swoop, but the 20 immortals would have been a different thing. They have better armor save.
Yeah.
The crypt deck was constantly close to at least one of those units. The moment the Tyranids started to thin down a bit, I decided now it's good to take the units apart from each other. One goes with the Overlord and the other one goes with the crypt deck.
Yeah.
And we forgot that both of us would have gotten one extra point, by the way, for Linebreaker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not really important.
No.
I knew from the get-go I could go for that First Blood thing. Let's get the book.
Yeah, they changed that, didn't they? Like both
Yeah,
sides.
it used to be only one player could get it,
Yeah,
but we already always basically played that both players could get it in turn 1. Now it's first strike, and one victory point if any units from your opponent's army were destroyed during the first battle round. So both players have equal chances to get it. If I wanted to get it, I needed to focus on the 10-man Termagant squad.
Yeah.
You put it A, too far away.
Yep.
B, it was an uninteresting target, considering those Hormagaunts were closing in. And they needed to die first, basically.
Yeah.
They needed to stay out of my lines. That was my strategy in turn 1.
Yeah.
Killing the Venom tropes is a good idea, basically normally.
Mm-hmm.
But the lack of range for the Necrons made it hard to get them as a target.
Mm-hmm.
And with my will be done, yeah, they didn't really
Didn't matter.
suffer a whole lot under the Venom tropes, I think. So, well, my man of the match or unit of the match is, well, that's going to be the Tesla Immortals.
Yeah, it's generating those extra attacks is crazy.
Yeah, it's not just a little bit crazy. They
No,
were like insane at certain points. I think they shot 5 times.
Yeah.
Yes, and only once they didn't get the amount of hits that they had less hits than they actually had shots.
Yeah.
And all the other rounds they had way more hits. So. Yeah, the Overlord was a bit sneaky today. Constantly hiding in the shadows everywhere, and then the moment he showed himself, he
I didn't even.
he showed who was boss there.
I didn't even notice that he was actually creeping up there. So like in the end, like when all the shooting was done in the turn, I'm like, ah shit, now he's gonna charge him and do the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And that's.
That's why I was constantly looking where Warlord was, because I constantly was thinking, if I get the opportunity to get the Overlord there, I'll try and even sacrifice the Overlord for it. And especially when I got the Kingslayer card as well.
Yeah.
I knew it was 2 points for me, and if you would kill my Overlord, it was 1 point for you.
Yeah, because I
you already discarded that card.
I had it in turn 1, and he was like covered in like 20 Immortals. So not going to happen.
The Flayed ones, they really failed.
Yeah, they killed a Bio for good.
Half of them, because the other half, the Crypt Deck already did.
Oh yeah.
Crypt Deck was really good as well.
Yeah, my Lictor was pretty fucking shit.
Yeah, the Lictor is more like an harass unit, and he has to make that first. He has to arrive and charge.
Yeah, he didn't. That's the problem. He didn't. He stood there.
Or he would have been good if you would have had. If I would have had something like a Biovore, just go and grab that, just like I used Fate ones.
Yeah, like 1 unit.
Yeah, just get those little backline units and eat those. If there's, for example, a unit of 3 mortars sitting somewhere, a Lictor is ideal to go and take those guys.
Like that was the small unit in this case. It was either that or the Flayed ones. Like those are the 2 small units. But I'm not going to try.
Yeah, well, I was right to go for the dead marks, not for the Flayed ones, because the Flayed ones have a bucket load of attacks. So the Lictor might hit harder.
Yeah,
but if there's still 2 Flayed ones left, the 2 of them are capable of just downing the Lictor in one go. I thought your Termagants, however, were pretty good. They raked in quite a lot of points by sitting on objectives and denying me objectives.
Yeah, killing everything.
They killed quite a lot of stuff, yes. At certain points you might have want to use the +1 to wound rolls stratagem for shooting on them. You didn't, but...
no, but like, I don't know.
And then have them shoot again, if possible, but you...
I think I was low on points at that point.
Yeah, but you still have to... You should be using more command points. Just, spam through 2 turns.
Oh yeah, but like the shooting one, like they were in combat for like 2 turns.
No.
So, it's, and by that point...
with the raids, yes.
Yeah.
The raids were good as well.
Yeah.
They did what they have to do there and then died. You did the right thing to kill that last raid off quickly with strike again, because I would have played.
The resurrection protocol.
Yeah, reanimation protocol on them for 1 turn and then try to get 1 or maybe even both of them back up. I think it was a fun game. I'm not complaining about the cards I got, and absolutely not complaining about my dice rolls, because you got the shitty cards, quite a lot of them, and I more than once had a near empty line of cards, and then I just played them all away, and you didn't get that opportunity really.
No. For the scenario, like when I pulled them, the rule was like, oh, you just get the objectives that are in the back line, that are being occupied by like 20 of your guys. Like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I also was lucky with get the secure and defend objective number 3. I knew I wasn't going to get it in turn 1, but if I would kill enough Hormagaunts, I would be able to get it in turn 2.
Yeah, definitely.
And I did get to one where I was deployed on, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like in the, was it the last turn before that, where you just pulled 2 or 3 that you could score immediately. Like, yeah, there you go. That lined up
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about my cards. This could have easily gone the other way around score-wise.
Yeah.
If you would have played for like a couple more turns, I think I would have tabled you. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
the firepower is still on the Necron
yeah.
side on the table. But it ends now, so now it's
Yeah.
you know, with 2 unlucky cards. And the 2 cards I got D3 points for.
Mhm.
I got 3 of them, and 2 of them I rolled 3.
Yeah.
Which also is an extra 4 victory points. And if I wouldn't have gotten that, the score would have been like 12 to 11. So those rolls were pretty vital, and you didn't have a whole lot of roll for points, right? Not once.
I don't think I had any, no.
No. So yes, that makes difference. That's just
Definitely.
and you did get that first blood thing, first strike thing,
For sure, yes.
because you did kill. What did you kill? Scare.
Scarabs.
Yes. Yes, because I wanted to sit on the objective.
Yeah.
Stupid. No, because I got points for it,
Yeah,
so it's good. So
You got a point.
sometimes you just need to sacrifice something. And I basically sacrificed the scabs in the raids, but the raids tied the unit of guns up
Yeah,
long enough for me to free the other side of the board,
definitely.
to open it up. Because if you look at the board right now, I'm just pushing you back into the corner.
In your corner.
Well, I'm actually pushing you into that corner right over there. That's where you're heading. Because the Immortals, this unit of Immortals would have moved up there, and all the Immortals would have been shooting on the leftover gods. The 3 thingies, death marks, would have shot at your Venom trope. The Overlord would have gotten the Zoanthrope.
Yeah.
And I would have wished you luck with the leftover 4 gods and 1 Ripper Swarm probably.
Yeah.
The flayed ones, they already were unwrapping their picnic basket to go and camp there, so...
Yeah.
I think flayed ones, more and larger units, so that they can actually do something as well. I don't feel confident in moving 5 of them over the table.
No?
No, because they I think they only have 5 save.
Oh, well.
So they're not going to be capable to take a whole lot of beating.
That's true.
Well, they have 4 up save, but still.
Yeah.
Well, I learned some new things about the Necrons.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue painting those other 5 Lich cards.
Oh yeah.
So next time I can play with 10 Lich cards, which to me sounds really nice because I love that unit. Previous game they were really good.
Oh yeah.
With shields.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a couple more warriors. I can make that unit 20.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, because 10's nice. But, and I need to start working on stuff that can actually kill really big things, because his army isn't gonna kill really big things.
No. It's good spawn.
But yeah, but the Tyranids have the mortal wound ability
Yeah. Oh yeah.
to take out big things.
That's true.
The Necrons really have nothing to take out big things this list. But on the other hand, it's the way I like to play. I like to play with a lot of infantry, and that's what I like. I can't wait, for example, to have that whole 2,000 point Tyranid army finished with 250 models or something.
Yeah.
I think then this same Necron army will start to sweat a bit. You know, they're leaking oil or whatever. We're gonna stop it right here. I enjoyed the game, I hope you did as well.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that you're feeling sick.
I'm a bit under it, I guess.
Yes. So, we're gonna stop it here. If you're still with us,
Yep.
you have all my respect, seriously,
Yeah, wow.
because we are rambling for nearly 15 minutes after the game already. I'm going to say thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.